Mhm. Audio check 1, 2.
Hi, Susan.
Hi, how are you? Happy
Hi.
Friday.
Yes. Uh, I'm assuming that I see Kathy. She's all by herself.
Ah,
I didn't think anybody was going to go into the chamber, but hi, Kathy. Kathy. Okay. Well. I know I did hear
I
that.
am signing on. Hold on.
Okay. I do know that I think the Republicans wanted to have a few minutes to talk. Is that correct, Kathy?
That is correct. Hold on. I'm trying to sign into the meeting right now.
Okay, all right. I'm quiet.
I will be on in about 2 seconds. I was down in I went to a luncheon down at the AquaTurf for the an armed forces thing. So
Oh, cool.
oh wait a minute, this says JFS. It's not what I want. Goodness gracious.
I hear my name.
There we go.
hey, Senator.
Hi, how are
Hi.
you?
That was cute.
I
Am
think
I in
they're
trouble?
all online too. No, you're not on. Maybe not. I don't know. Not with us.
No,
Okay, good. That's all.
not
That's all
yet.
I care
I don't
about.
know if you're in trouble or not. I don't know. I seem to have captured the market for that.
Yeah, you
Well,
did.
Kathy, if I'm not in trouble with you, I'm okay.
My
That's
mission
all I
in
care
life.
about.
Let's see. All righty, everybody. Madam Administrator, let me know if you're all set. Thank you. Okay, so good afternoon, everybody. Glad to see you all here on a Friday afternoon.
Mhm.
Um, we're going to convene the meeting agenda for the Appropriations Committee. Um, and uh, I don't know if anybody has any comments, but
No.
my understanding is the ranking members are asking for a couple of minutes. Representative Nuccio or Senator Summers, are you available?
Senator Austin, it's Senator Berthel. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Hi.
I believe that we are looking for a few minutes to just quickly caucus the few items that are on the agenda. So if that courtesy could be extended, that would be great.
15 minutes or so, sir?
I think so, ma'am. If we need more than that, I will text you or someone else will text you.
Okay, so we're gonna have, the Republicans are having a caucus for about 15 minutes for the 4 bills that were sent to us. And that's where we are right now. So we will stand in recess.
Thank you, Madam Chair.
Thank you.
Madam Chair, will there be an announcement when we reconvene? A text or something to members?
Uh, Madam Administrator, do you want to answer that or do you want me to?
Senator Lesser, I can send an email out. I'm a one-woman show today. Everyone is down with the stomach bug, so I'll do the best I can, but there will be an email sent out, not a text.
Okay, great. And I will be very glad that I didn't come in this afternoon.
Oh, if you had been in at all before this, they were all out yesterday too. So this has been going on in Approps for about 2 weeks.
That's terrible. I wish everyone a speedy recovery.
Representative Walker. Representative Walker. Are you there?
Hello. Hello, madam. How are you?
Hey, Tony, we
Yep.
have, I put in an amendment in on the Mashantucket Pequot Fund bill.
Mhm.
And they just want you to sign on to it. It was just changing the dates. So there was only, they did an amendment on the floor of Approps to change the date, but this changes the rest of the dates to comport with that change.
Absolutely. Can I take my verbal?
Yes, she said yes. Heather said, okay, she'll put you on.
Thank you, Heather.
And the House is coming to, number of House members are coming to me, and I don't want to sort of talk about the whole thing right here on this particular Zoom.
Mhm.
We are on YouTube. I need, a couple of them need to talk to you about 5002. So I'm gonna have them give you a call, okay?
Okay. Thank you.
Kathy, are you ready to start? Kathy Kennedy, are you ready to start?
Hello, Senator. Yeah, I think we're just waiting for a few more people to sign in. Representative Nuccio is right there. Do you
Oh,
see
is she?
her? Yep, she's
Tammy,
there.
Can
I
I
think we're
start
just-
calling people back now?
Yeah, go right ahead.
Great, thank you.
Thank you. So, good afternoon, everybody. We are getting ready to start, so we're going to reconvene the meeting. If you could all text your respective people that we are going to get started here in just a couple of minutes. Email has been sent out per the request of Senator Lesser.
Receives, Madam Chair.
Woohoo! Representative Walker, are you on?
Yes, I am. Yes, I am.
Senator Summers, are you on? Oh, boy. I'm always good. All right. Let's start this, getting this show on the road. Representative Nuccio, do you have any comments?
No, ma'am.
Representative Walker, do you have any comments?
No, ma'am.
I have no comments. Senator Summers, do you have any comments?
I'm good, thank you.
All righty then. So we're going to go directly under under bills for review, and the first two are House bills, and second two will be Senate bills, and that's what we have today in front of us. So the first one is House Bill number 5002, an act concerning housing and the needs of homeless persons. Is there a motion?
So moved.
Second, Nolan.
Moved by Representative Walker, seconded by Representative Nolan. Is there any discussion? Representative Nuccio.
Thank you, Madam Chair. So I'm looking at this bill, and I know we're a bit of a stickler in this committee here on looking at just the fiscal impact of a bill and not the policy of a bill. And this bill is kind of confounding me a little bit. It's 5,002. It is for, I think, a work group, and there's no dollars associated to it. It has gone to revenue, which is a money committee with no dollars in it, and passed out of there. And now it's here at appropriations with no dollars in it, no fiscal impact at all. And we're being asked to vote it out. I was wondering if somebody could try to explain that to me, please.
The bill is a work in progress, and I'm certain that some of the components of it will end up having a fiscal note to that. I am not part of the House group on 5002. There's usually a large contingency of people that talk about their particular bills. So I'm just surmising, because it's before us, that there's a possibility that it will include appropriations.
Well, I think, Madam Chair, that's kind of the problem, right? There's an assumption that this is going to include money, but we have no idea how much money or for what, right? And it's going to then hit the floor. It's going to be a strike all amendment. It's going to have God knows what in it and have no idea what the impact is financially. And it's going to have received a yes vote out of appropriations when we have not reviewed the fiscal appropriations of the bill. We're putting through a a bill that has zero financial impact, we're saying yes on it, knowing that by the time it hits the floor, it's gonna have money in it that none of us are going to have reviewed. So, I guess it's just a little off kilter from what we typically do here. You know, you yourself are a stickler for, we're not here to talk about the policy, we're here to talk about the fiscal impact. There's no fiscal impact on this, zero at all. But passing it through with no impact on it is giving it a blank check and no opportunity to review it from the #1 fiscal committee here at the Capitol. So I'm a little dismayed that we're seeing this and that it has also passed through the Revenue Committee also. This bill can literally turn into anything at this point, whether it is a brand new tax or $1 million in spending, and it's going to have received approval without any kind of feedback. So I just want to put that on the record that this is extremely unusual. I'm not a fan of this. I don't think this is an honest and legitimate way for us to be doing our business. And I'm disappointed that we're being asked to vote on a bill that has zero language, zero fiscal numbers in it, and just pushing it through to become a blank check. Thank you.
Thank you. Representative Ackert.
Thank you, Madam Chair. I appreciate it. Same here on the same issue that I have, similar to the good ranking member. Is it been, you run a pretty tight ship, the both of you in this committee, and it's been typically what I would almost consider a well, I don't call it a work in progress, but in terms of placeholders that find their way through the Appropriations Committee like this?
We've had this happen before. I
No.
don't know that I call anything usual anymore, but this has happened before. It's not unusual, quite frankly, relative to the fact that any bill that we pass out of committee can have a strike all amendment and still be considered as having passed through this committee and change the tenor of that particular bill. This bill is laser focused on housing and based on the problems that we have in the state relative to housing. I expect it to have some changes made to it. I know that people, in particular, the majority leader of the House has considered this one of his key platforms is to address the housing component of the state. So
I appreciate that, Senator. Yeah, it seems unusual to go through again through money committees with little information. Is there anybody in the House side that has any knowledge of it, Madam Chair?
No, not really. This was sent to us yesterday. The House indicated that they would like the bill back.
All right, thank you. I'll be a no on this. Thank you, Madam Chair.
Thank you. Representative Corpus.
Thank you, Madam Chair. I concur with my colleagues and definitely don't want to shoot the messenger here, but I feel compelled to make comments on this. I have received a significant number of emails from my constituents. This is housing is a very big issue in my district, saying, please vote no on any omnibus housing bill such as this, which may contain a laundry list of 15 things that this bill might end up containing. So I really believe that if we continue to function this way, we are eroding the public's belief and trust in this process. Because now I even have an acknowledgement from my constituents that anything and everything could end up in here. And please vote against something that is a moving target and we don't even know what it is. So I ask the good chairs of this committee to exert your considerable influence in your own leadership to stop putting us in these positions where we're voting on nothing. And so we have no choice but to vote no. And even our constituents are recognizing the dysfunctionality of the process. So thank you for all the excellent work you do in this committee. I'll be a no today and feel like I have no choice because of what this bill may contain. Thank you.
Thank you. Representative Belinsky.
Thank you, Madam Chair. I also have some concerns. I do respect the the sanctity of our appropriations committee, and I don't want to talk policy, but there is none. What I also have to observe is what my colleagues are observing. Not only isn't there language, but there is no fiscal note. So I can't, for the life of me, justify anything other than a no vote on this thing. I especially like Representative Ackert's comment about, you know what, housing is important at every single one of our communities, 169 towns and cities. We should all be at the table for this. So I got to be a no out of appropriations, ma'am. Thank you very much.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Up next is Representative
Kennedy.
Kennedy, followed by Representative Gonzalez. Representative Kennedy first, and then Representative Gonzalez.
Thank you, Madam Chair. And, you know, this is, too, as the others have spoken, this is such an important bill. Housing and homelessness, it's just huge in our state. I'm just struggling with this because with no dollars, I don't know what I'm considering. And I've been on this committee and actually love being on this committee, learning about the dollars and everything. And I don't know what I'm voting on today. So unfortunately, as important as housing is and the homelessness of this vote, at a committee today with no fiscal dollars, I will be a no today. Thank you so much, Madam Chair, for all your work on this.
Thank you. Representative Gonzalez, followed by Senator Berthel.
Thank you. I'll vote yes today just to get this bill out of the committee, just because the chair just said that this isn't a working process, but I do have some concern on this. And, but I will reserve the right to change my vote on the floor if I still have the same concern. Thank you.
Thank you. Senator Berthel.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Madam Chair, could you possibly, just for some clarification, provide some insight to the committee as to if the bill gets out of the committee today and goes back to the House and is subsequently amended to include all of these items that are currently missing that we're saying may be added, will the bill then come back to the Appropriations Committee again, or does it just move on for passage and then up to the Senate chamber?
It doesn't come back. It moves on for passage and then it goes to the other chamber. So that's true on any bill that we have in front of us. It's not just about this House bill. It's any bill that we have, whether it's a Senate bill or a House bill. The bill that is approved by a money committee does not, if that bill is so amended, that amendment is considered part of the passage of the bill out of the money committee or judish, because judiciary is also a mandatory referral.
Okay, thank you. I appreciate that. And I think it helps to just lend some additional concern to the process here today, that we ultimately will not see the bill again until after the committee will not see the bill again until at all. And then it will not be subject to our scrutiny as the Appropriations Committee. And, you know, kind of speaks to what we've had in dialogue in the Senate this past week with some amendments that had never had a public hearing. So I just wanted to put that on the record. I will be a no as well today for the reasons stated by our other colleagues. But thank you for the opportunity to ask a question.
Thank you. There were two people whose hands were not up, who were up that have gone off. Now, Senator Summers, did you have any comments?
Yes, I just thank you for that. I was, you know, a little dismayed that we are passing a bill out of the money committee that has no fiscal note attached to it, first of all. I would much rather see this bill pulled off the agenda, sent back, and have us see the amendment when it comes out and have the Appropriations Committee have an ability to weigh in on the full amendment with the associated dollars that are going to be needed to pass the bill. I think that would be the appropriate way to, you know, move forward with this. So because that's not happening, I know if I make a motion, it's not going to pass out of this committee. I'm going to be a big no. I think it's really usurping the process that we have. And I think it's unfair to the citizens that are watching. It's unfair to the advocates for the homeless. It's also unfair for all of us to be put in a position to be voting on a bill that we know will have a fiscal note with no idea on what that fiscal note was. And, in our screening committees, we look and we try really hard to pull things out that have fiscal notes so we can get them out of Approps. But yet here we could be passing a bill that may cost our state $10,000, or it may cost our taxpayers $100 million. We have no idea. And I think that's a disservice to the people that we represent. So I'm going to be a big no on that today. That doesn't mean that I don't care about housing. It doesn't mean that I don't care about homelessness or some of the other things that we have heard that touch every one of our communities. It means that the people working on this bill should have been at least respectful enough on some level to give us a bill that had the appropriate fiscal note in it, because this is a large issue. This isn't, a small change on the fly on an amendment. This is a bill coming to an appropriations committee with $0, which we shouldn't even be hearing it with $0. And then we know that there will be an amendment that could be significant going forward. So I just wanted to put that on the record. Thank you.
Thank you. Before Representative Walker, there was one other person who I missed. Oh, Representative Nolan.
Yeah, thank you, Madam Chair. I just wanted to state that there is a lot of work going into a lot of bills still that we are discussing and that are going through the leadership on both sides. And, some bills just need work. And this is one of the avenues that we're allowed to put it through. I will ask my colleagues to support it, to get it through. We still have an option after we support it through the committee to say no when it gets to the floor. So that opportunity is there still. If you don't like it, don't vote for it when it gets to the floor. But I think to get it through the committee, just in case both sides come to agreement with leadership, I think it's a pretty good idea to move it forward in case we need this bill to put some important measures through. Thank you very much, Madam Chair.
And we will wrap this discussion up with Representative Walker.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Madam Chair, I am going to be a yes on this bill. The reason why this bill, it's interesting because several of our members here have been on screening, and we know that when we do screening on bills, before we have a budget, if we do the bills, then we take the fiscal note out of the bill. And that does not mean that the bill has no substance in here. It is a study to look at several things that are struggling in our state right now, and the majority leader in the House has been looking at this for a while. The bill does have focuses of lowering housing costs, increasing housing options, and better support to persons who are experiencing homelessness. It's very clear. And what we're doing is we're going to say that this bill is important for us so that we can get more conversations about it. Once we pass a budget, then we will have an understanding of what money we have to do any of those things. And then that time, you can read the amendments and you can vote against the bill or not. But we do this in many other times where in Approps, if it's not in the budget, but we haven't passed the budget. So that's why we wanted to make sure the bill did not die, because it is that important. So thank you very much. And I ask all my colleagues to vote yes with me today, because we all know we are struggling, and not ignore the issue, but we work on the issue. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you. Are there any other comments or questions? Seeing none, Madam Administrator, could you call the roll, please?
Senator Austin.
Senator Austin votes in the affirmative.
Representative Walker.
Representative Walker votes yes.
Senator Hartley. Senator Kushner.
Yes.
Representative Exum. Representative Paris.
Representative Paris votes yes.
Senator Summers.
Summers votes no.
One more time for me, ma'am.
Summers votes no.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Representative Nuccio.
No.
One
Can you
more
see me?
time. There you go. Thank you.
No.
Representative Ackert.
Representative Ackert votes no.
Senator Anwar.
Senator Anwar votes yes. Senator Anwar votes yes.
Thank you, sir. Representative Baker.
Representative Baker votes yes.
Thank you. Representative Belton.
Belton votes yes.
Senator Patel.
Good afternoon, Madam Administrator. Senator Berthel votes no.
Thank you, sir. Good afternoon. Representative Belinsky.
Representative Belinsky votes heck no.
Representative Brown. Representative Candelaria. Representative Corpus.
Representative Corpus votes no.
Representative Dathan.
Representative Dathan votes yes.
Representative DiCaprio.
DiCaprio votes no.
Representative DeFranco.
DeFranco is a yes.
Representative Delaney.
Representative Delaney votes yes.
Representative Dillon.
I apologize. Representative Dillon votes yes.
Thank you, ma'am. Representative Felipe.
Yes.
Senator Flexer. Senator Flexer. Representative Fonsello.
Fonsello votes no.
Representative Garabay. Yes. Representative Gibson. Representative Gilchrist. Representative Gonzalez.
Yes, and I reserve the right to vote no on the floor. Thank you.
Senator Gordon. Representative Haddad.
Representative Haddad votes yes.
Senator Harding. Representative Hoxa. Representative Johnson.
Representative Johnson votes yes for housing.
Representative Cavros DeGraw.
Cavros DeGraw votes yes.
Representative Kennedy.
Kennedy votes no.
Representative Khan. Representative Leeper.
Representative Leeper votes yes.
Senator Lesser.
Senator Lesser votes yes.
Representative Martinez.
Representative Martinez votes yes.
Senator Marks.
Senator Marks votes yes.
Representative McCarthy Vahey.
McCarthy Vahey votes yes.
Senator McCrory.
Senator Boyd votes yes.
Representative Nolan. Now where are you going?
Nolan in the affirmative.
Representative Pavlak D'Amato.
They want three more after this. No,
Representative Pavlak D'Amato.
oh, the rest of them will go fast.
Representative Reyes.
Representative Reyes in the affirmative, please.
Representative Rosario.
Representative Rosario on the affirmative.
Representative Ryan.
Votes yes.
One more time.
Still voting yes.
Thank you, sir. Representative Manny Sanchez. Representative James Sanchez.
Representative James Sanchez votes yes.
Representative Sims.
Representative Sims votes in the affirmative for the people of Connecticut.
One more time, sir. Your video didn't come through.
Representative Sims votes yes.
There you are. Gotcha. Thank you, sir. Senator Slapp.
Senator Slapp votes yes.
Senator Winfield.
Senator Winfield in the affirmative.
Thank you, sir. Senator Flexer.
Senator Flexer votes yes.
Thank you, ma'am. Is anybody else on who has not yet cast their vote who would like to do so at this time?
I would please. Representative Exum
Thank you, ma'am.
votes yes. Thank you.
Anyone else? Okay, thank you, Madam Chair.
Thank you. Up next is substitute for House Bill number 7214, an act concerning maternal health. Is there a motion?
So moved.
By
Second.
Representative Reyes,
Second,
seconded by
Representative Dathan.
Representative Walker.
100 seconds.
Is there any discussion on this bill? Seeing no discussion. Oops, sorry. Representative Luccio.
See, this is more what I'm used to at this point in the game. We haven't had screening, right? These are just direct referrals here. And now the question is this in the budget?
To my knowledge, no.
Okay, All right, see, and that was my point with the last one. This is different than the beginning of the year and was different when we're stripping things to put something in. And we're looking at the dollars here and saying, is this in the budget? Because the budget has been developed, it's just being negotiated now. So that's the question. So this is not in the budget that I know of. Thank you very much.
Not that I know of. Thank you. Any other comments or questions? Seeing none. Madam Administrator, could you call the roll, please?
Senator Austin,
Senator Austin votes in the affirmative.
Representative Walker,
Representative Walker votes yes.
Senator Hartley, Senator Kushner, Representative Exum,
Representative Exum votes yes.
Not designed.
Representative Paris,
Representative Paris votes yes.
Senator Summers,
Summers votes yes.
Representative Nuccio,
Representative Nuccio votes no.
Representative Ackert,
Representative Ackert votes no.
Senator Anwar,
Senator Anwar votes yes.
Representative Baker,
Representative Baker votes yes. Representative Baker
Representative-
votes yes.
I gotcha.
Oh.
Representative Belton,
Belton votes yes.
Senator Berthel,
Senator Berthel votes yes.
Representative Belinsky,
Representative Belinsky votes no.
Representative Brown, Representative Candelaria, Representative Corpus,
Representative Corpus votes no.
Representative Dathan,
Representative Dathan votes yes.
Representative DiCaprio.
DiCaprio votes no.
One more time for me, sir.
DiCaprio votes no.
Oh, I don't know why you're not coming through.
I think Marty came up.
I think he did. There you are.
DiCaprio votes no.
I gotcha.
Thank you.
Representative DeFranco,
DeFranco is a yes.
Representative Delaney,
Representative Delaney votes yes.
Representative Dillon,
Representative Dillon votes yes.
Representative Felipe, Senator Flexer,
Senator Flexer votes yes.
Representative Foncello,
Moncello votes no.
Representative Garabay. Yes. Representative Gibson,
Representative Gibson votes yes.
Representative Gilchrist, Representative Gonzalez, Senator Gordon, Representative Haddad,
Representative Haddad votes yes.
Senator Harding, Representative Hoxa,
Rep. Hoxa votes no.
okay, Representative Johnson, Representative Johnson,
Representative Johnson votes yes.
thank you, ma'am. Representative Cavros DeGraw,
Cavros DeGraw votes yes.
Representative Kennedy,
Kennedy votes no.
Representative Khan, Representative Leeper, Senator Lesser,
Senator Lesser votes yes.
Representative Martinez,
Representative Martinez votes yes.
Senator Marks,
Senator Marks votes yes.
Representative McCarthy Vahey,
7-2.
Representative McCarthy Vahey, Senator McCrory,
Senator McCoy is yes.
Representative Nolan,
Representative Nolan in the affirmative.
Representative Pavlak D'Amato, Representative Reyes,
Representative Reyes in the affirmative.
Representative Rosario,
Representative Rosario in the affirmative.
Representative Ryan,
Representative Ryan votes yes.
Representative Manny Sanchez, Representative James Sanchez,
Representative James Sanchez votes yes.
Representative Sims,
Representative Sims in the affirmative.
can't see you, sir.
Representative Sims in the affirmative.
Not coming through. You're, oh, I see you now. Try one more time.
Representative Sims in the affirmative.
Thank you, sir. Senator Slapp,
Senator Slapp votes yes.
Senator Winfield.
Senator, hold on.
There you go.
Senator Winfield in the affirmative.
Thank you, sir. Anyone who has not yet cast their vote who would like to do so? If not, thank you, Madam Chair.
Thank you very much. And I would just ask colleagues that if you have somebody who's not voted, we're trying to get everyone to vote as soon as possible. So please let people know who have not been showing up that they're not, that we need them to cast their vote and they need to come on. So the next bill that's up for discussion is substitute for Senate Bill number 7, an act concerning protections for access to healthcare and the equitable delivery of healthcare services in the state as amended by Senate Amendment Schedule A. Is there a motion?
So moved.
Second.
Okay, I see, who said it first? Senator Kushner, followed by Senator Lesser. Is there any discussion? Representative Nuccio? Representative Nuccio, you're muted.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Sorry about that. Is this in the budget?
No.
Thank you.
Thank you. Is there any other discussion? Seeing no other discussion, Madam Administrator, could you call the roll, please?
Senator Austin,
Senator Austin votes in the affirmative.
Representative Walker,
Representative Walker votes yes.
Senator Hartley, Senator Kushner,
Yes.
Representative Exum,
Representative Exum votes yes.
Representative Paris,
Representative Paris votes yes.
Senator Summers,
Summers votes no.
Representative Nuccio,
Representative Nuccio votes no.
Representative Ackert,
Representative Ackert votes no.
Senator Anwar,
Senator Anwar votes yes. Senator Anwar votes yes. Count
Thank
that as 1 or 2 votes.
thank you, sir. Representative Baker,
Senator Baker votes yes.
thank you. Representative Belton,
Belton votes yes.
one more time.
Belton votes yes.
Thank you, ma'am. Senator Berthel,
Senator Berthel votes no.
gotcha. Representative Belinsky,
Representative Valinsky votes nay.
Representative Brown, Representative Candelaria, Representative Corpus,
Corpus votes no.
Representative Dathan,
Representative Dathan votes yes.
there you are. Representative DiCaprio,
DiCaprio votes no.
Representative DeFranco,
DeFranco is a yes.
Representative Delaney.
Representative Delaney votes yes.
Oh, what happened to your video? I need you one more time, sir.
Yes, ma'am. Representative Delaney votes yes.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you,
Representative
Madam Chair.
Dillon,
Representative Dillon votes yes.
Representative Felipe. Where'd you go? Senator Flexer,
Senator Flexer votes yes.
Representative Fonsello,
Marcello votes no.
Representative Garibay. Representative Gibson,
Representative Gibson votes yes.
Representative Gilchrist, Representative Gonzalez, Senator, Representative Haddad,
Representative Haddad votes yes.
Senator Harding, Representative Cox.
Senator Harding votes no.
Ah, nice to see you, sir.
Yeah, it's been a long day. Thank you.
Representative Hoxa,
Representative Hoxa votes no.
Representative Johnson,
Representative Johnson votes yes. Representative Johnson votes yes.
I gotcha. Representative Cavros DeGraw,
Cavros DeGraw votes yes.
Representative Kennedy,
Kennedy votes no.
where are you? One more time. There
Kennedy votes no.
you are. Thank you.
Thank you, madam.
Representative Khan, Representative Leeper, Senator Lesser,
Senator Lesser votes yes.
Representative Martinez,
Representative Martinez votes yes.
Great, thank you, ma'am. Senator Marks,
Senator Marks votes yes.
Representative McCarthy Vahey,
Rep McCarthy votes yes. On this N7214, if I'm allowed.
sure. Gotcha. Senator McCrory,
Of course, yes.
Representative Nolan,
Nolan in the affirmative.
Representative Pavlock D'Amato, Representative Reyes,
Reyes in the affirmative, please.
Representative Rosario,
Representative Rosario in the affirmative.
Representative Ryan.
Votes yes.
One more time.
Votes yes.
Thank you, sir. Representative Manny Sanchez, Representative James Sanchez,
Representative James Sanchez votes yes.
Representative Sims,
Representative Sims votes in the affirmative.
let's try your, there you are, gotcha. Senator Slapp,
Senator Slapp votes yes.
Senator Winfield,
Senator Winfield in the affirmative.
Representative Felipe. Anyone who needs to cast their vote? If not, thank you, Madam Chair.
Thank you. And up next is our last item for our discussion, and that is substitute for Senate Bill number 1487, an act concerning transportation network companies and third-party delivery companies as amended by Senate Amendment Schedule A. Is there a motion?
So moved.
Moved by Senator.
Second.
Seconded by, who seconded it? Senator,
Representative Sims.
who?
I actually believe it was
Oh, I'm sorry.
Senator, I actually believe it was Representative Exum.
Oh. Somebody seconded it, so is there any discussion? Seeing no discussion, Madam Administrator, could you call the rolls, please?
I'm sorry, ma'am. Sorry.
Oh.
Is this in the budget?
No, it is not, Representative Nuccio.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Senator,
Madam Administrator, could you call the roll, please?
Senator Austin,
Senator Austin votes in the affirmative.
Representative Walker,
Representative Walker votes in the affirmative.
Senator Hartley, Senator Kushner,
Yes.
Representative Exum,
Representative Exum votes yes.
Representative Paris.
Paris votes yes.
One more time.
Paris votes yes.
Thank you, sir.
You're welcome.
Senator Summers. Senator Summers. Representative Nuccio,
Representative Nuccio votes no.
Representative Ackert,
Representative Ackert votes no.
Senator Anwar,
Senator Anwar votes yes.
Representative Baker, Representative Baker,
Representative Baker votes yes.
thank you, sir.
Can you hear me? Representative
gotcha.
Baker votes yes.
Gotcha. Representative Belton,
Belton votes yes.
Senator Berthel,
Senator Berthel votes no.
Representative Belinsky,
Representative Belinsky votes in the negative.
Representative Brown, Representative Candelaria, Representative Corpus,
Corpus votes no.
Representative Dathan.
Representative Dathan votes yes.
One more time, ma'am.
Representative Dathan votes yes.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Representative DiCaprio,
DiCaprio votes no.
Representative DeFranco,
DeFranco is a yes.
Representative Delaney,
Representative Delaney votes yes.
Representative Dillon,
Representative Dillon votes yes.
Representative Felipe, Senator Flexer,
Senator Flexer votes yes.
Representative Foncello,
Moncello votes no.
Representative Garabay, Representative Gibson,
Representative Gibson votes yes.
Representative Gilchrist. Representative Gonzalez. Senator Gordon. Representative Haddad.
Representative Haddad votes yes.
Senator Harding.
Harding votes yes.
Representative Hoxa.
Hoxa votes no.
Representative Johnson. Representative Cavros DeGraw.
Cavros DeGraw votes yes.
Representative Kennedy.
Kennedy votes no.
Representative Johnson votes yes. Are we good? Hello?
Representative Kennedy, you were a no, correct?
Yes, Madam Administrator, thank you. I was just going to ask you if you got me.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.
Madam Clerk,
Madam,
Senator Harding
did you
is
get
a
my-
Senator Harding is a no. I missaid.
Did you hear me okay, Madam Administrator? This is Rep. Johnson.
Okay, so let me do a recap. Senator Harding is now a no. Representative Johnson is a yes.
Great.
And Representative Kennedy is a no.
Thank you very much. Sorry about that. I got tangled in my phone.
Representative Khan. Representative Leeper.
Yes.
Senator Lesser.
Yes, Senator Lesser is yes.
Yes.
One more time, Senator Lesser.
Senator Lester is a yes.
Thank you, sir. Representative Martinez.
Representative Martinez votes yes.
Presents for me.
One more time, ma'am.
I love presidents. I'm glad.
Excuse me,
But
Representative
I've
Johnson,
never
can you
done this
mute
before,
yourself,
but-
please? Representative Johnson, please mute yourself because you are interfering with us continuing the count. Thank you.
All right, let's try Representative Martinez again, please.
Representative Martinez votes yes.
Thank you. Sorry for the interference, ma'am. Senator Marks.
Senator Marks votes yes.
Representative McCarthy Vahey. Senator McCrory. Representative Nolan. Representative Nolan.
In the affirmative.
Thank you, sir. Representative Pavlak D'Amato. Representative Reyes. Representative Rosario.
In the affirmative.
Representative Ryan.
Votes yes.
One more time. One more time, sir. There we go.
Votes yes.
Thank you. Representative Manny Sanchez.
Manny Sanchez votes yes.
Representative James Sanchez.
Representative James Sanchez votes yes, and your volume is extremely low. Just to let you know. Thank you.
Nothing I can do, unfortunately. Representative Sims.
Representative Sims in the affirmative.
One more time, sir.
Representative Sims in the affirmative.
Your video's not coming through. I'm going to move on and come back to you. Senator Slapp.
Senator Slapp votes yes.
Senator Winfield.
Senator Winfield in the affirmative.
And let's try Representative Sims again.
Representative Sims in the affirmative.
There you are. Thank you, sir. Thank you, Madam Chair.
Madam Administrator, it is now 2:36. We have approximately 24 minutes left. Is that enough time for you to get everybody's vote in that has not voted yet?
People need to giddy up, Madam Chair.
So do you want me to say we're done
3
at 3?
o'clock.
We're
Yeah.
done at 3. Okay, everybody, we're done at 3 o'clock. For this committee meeting, please let your members know, let your friends know, let your colleagues know who have not voted that they need to vote now. And come on, thank you.
Madam
And
Administrator, this is Senator Summers. I'd like to vote on the last bill.
Yes, ma'am.
My vote is no, thank you.
Gotcha. All right, everyone.
Madam Administrator, did you get all my votes?
I am going to check right
Hey,
now, Representative Davis. Give me a
Thank
moment.
you.
Vacation days, right?
Yeah.
All right, cool. Who's
Gibson, mute.
thank you.
Representative Dathan, you are all set.
Excellent. Thank you, Madam Administrator. Have a nice weekend.
Thank you, you too. Is Senator Hartley on? Representative Brown? Representative Candelaria? Representative Gibson, I need your vote on 5002, sir.
Madam Administrator, Representative Gibson votes yes.
Is Representative Gilchrist on?
Thank you, Madam Administrator. Am I all set?
Let me double check. Yes, sir, you're fine.
Thank you. Have a great weekend.
Thank you, you too. Representative Gilchrist, Senator Gordon, Senator Harding on 5002. Senator Harding? Representative Hoxa? Representative Hoxa? Senator Harding, I see you. You're muted, sir, if you're trying to vote. There you are. 5002, sir.
Let me just check, Madam Minister. Sorry about that. What do we got? Here we go. I am a no, Madam Administrator.
All right. Senator Harding, let me get you caught up since you're in the car. How about on House Bill 7214?
I am a yes.
Thank you, sir. You're all set.
Thank you, Madam Administrator. Have a nice day.
You too. All right, Representative Hoxa, let's go back to 5002. Representative Hoxa,
Yes, I'm here.
how would you like to vote, sir?
No.
Okay. Do I have Representative Khan, Representative Pavlik D'Amato, and Representative Manny Sanchez? How would you like to vote on 5002, sir?
Representative Manny Sanchez votes yes.
Thank you. All right, let's turn everyone to House Bill 7214, an act concerning maternal health. Senator Hartley here, Representative Brown, Representative Candelaria, Representative Gilchrist, Senator Gordon, Representative Khan, Representative Leeper. You still on?
Yes.
Thank you, ma'am. Representative Pavlik D'Amato and Representative Manny Sanchez.
Yes.
Thank you, sir. Senate Bill 7, an act concerning protections for access to healthcare and the equitable delivery of healthcare services in the state. Senator Hartley, Representative Brown, Representative Candelaria, Representative Gilchrist, Senator Gordon, Representative Khan, Representative Leeper,
Yes.
Representative Pavlik D'Amato, Representative Manny Sanchez.
Yes.
And lastly, Senate Bill 1487, an act concerning transportation network companies and third-party delivery companies. Senator Hartley, Representative Brown, Representative Candelaria, Representative Felipe, Representative Gilchrist, Senator Gordon, Representative Khan, Representative McCarthy Vahey, Senator McCrory, Representative Pavlik D'Amato. Okay.
Thank you, Susan. Have a nice weekend.
Thank you. You too.
Madam Administrator,
I'll be right with you. No, you're all set. Yeah, you're good. Oof. Hello, Melissa Jevrin. What can I do for you?
Madam Administrator, thank you. I just wanted to let you know that Representative Pavlik D'Amato will be on to vote, but she will be closer to the 3 p.m. deadline. Thank you.
Thank you. All right, Representative Manny Sanchez, you are all caught up, sir.
Thank you, Madam Administrator.
You are welcome. Hello, Senator Gordon.
Hi, how are you?
I'm doing well, thank you. Let's get you caught up. First
All right.
bill, 5002, an act concerning housing and the needs of homeless persons.
I vote no.
House Bill 7214, an act concerning maternal health.
I vote yes.
Senate Bill 7, an act concerning protections for access to healthcare and the equitable delivery of healthcare services in the state.
I vote yes.
And lastly, Senate Bill 1487, an act concerning transportation network companies and third-party delivery companies.
I vote no.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Have a good weekend.
You too. All right. Who else may be on? Oh. All right, I'll wait for Representative Pavlik D'Amato.
Madam Administrator?
Hi, Lisa. Good meeting. How are you? I'm doing just fine, thank you. May I have an announcement made, please? Thank you. The Appropriations Committee will hold the votes open until 3 p.m. in room 2C and via Zoom. Thank you, ma'am. Have a great weekend. Bye. I gotta go on patriotic. I have that. I already told them that I would do. But we're almost done. Sue, I pulled everything in to the recording. Except for Julie. I didn't, of course I did. I forgot mine and Todd's, I didn't grab hers, I don't know why, sorry. Everybody else.
Madam Administrator?
No, and Corey's got, one bill, yeah, but you're all done. Good. Hello, my friends. Can you hear me?
Susan.
Madam. Oh, hi, Madam Administrator.
All right, so Representative McCarthy Vahey, let's get you caught up on
On the final
last,
item only, I believe.
yes, the last bill 1487, an act concerning transportation network companies and third-party delivery companies.
McCarthy Vahey is a yes, as she makes her way to her son's baseball game. Thank you for your patience and have a wonderful weekend.
You are welcome. Thank you, ma'am. And Senator McCrory, I need you on that vote as well.
I'm a yes on that vote also. I'll follow my cousin's lead.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Have a great weekend.
Too.
Thank you. Senator Hartley, hi.
Hi, hi, hi.
How are you?
Can you hear me?
I can. Can you hear me?
Yep, got you.
All right, wonderful. All right. Item number 1, Senate Bill 7.
Oh, yeah, these were added on, huh? That 7, that wasn't on the original agenda.
No. Oh, wait a minute. Let me go in order. Hold on.
Yeah.
People were changing votes and doing things, so let me get these in order. All right, here we go. First bill, 5002.
That's a study bill, right?
At the moment, yes, ma'am.
Yeah, so that's a yes.
Okay. 7214, an act concerning maternal health.
Yeah, and that's a yes.
Okay.
Okay.
Senate Bill 7.
Evan, you know, I have to look at the OFA on this. I didn't have a chance yet. But I'm good on 1487.
Okay, great. All right, take a moment and look at the fiscal note on the other one.
Am I the last one, Sue?
No, there are a few other folks I'm waiting on.
Okay. So I got to get back to you on this one, okay?
Okay, fine. You got till 3. We're down to 1 minute for voting, folks.
Administrator.
Representative Hoxa, what can I do for you, sir?
I'm here, Pavlik D'Amato.
Ah,
Sorry, I have the
great.
sun in my eyes,
Okay, let's zippity
but
do.
I'm voting no on all.
Great.
bills.
That makes it easier for both of us. Thank you, ma'am. Have a great weekend.
Thank you too.
Thank you. All right, I've got Representative Pavlik D'Amato voting no on all items. Representative Hoxa, do you need me?
Yes, I think I forgot one. Was there one that I missed or no?
No? No? you
Okay,
were
good.
on all
Sorry, because
four. You're good.
my phone ran out. My phone ran out of battery. I didn't know if you heard me say my vote.
You're good.
Sorry. Have a great weekend, Susan.
Thank you.
Thank
You too. Bye-bye.
Thank you, ma'am.
All right. We're